Hello everyone, today we are continuing our transformation unit with translations. And translation, what it means is to vertically, so up and down, or horizontally, left to right, slide a figure. The symbolic form is you start off with x and y, and that transforms into an x plus h, y plus k, where h and k are just any number. So h represents the horizontal shift. And that means how the x is moved. And the k, let me do that in another color. Represents the vertical shift. And the vertical shift is how the y is moved. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. So first of all, we're going to start off with our triangle QRST. So I am going to first of all plot those points. So that's going to be -6, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the negative direction. Just kidding, we're not doing the point there. And then -1 in the y direction. So that is Q. And then we have point R, which is -3 in the x. 1, 2, 3, and up 1. That's point R. S is -1. Oh no, it's +1 and -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. That is point S. And then point T is -2, -7. So -2, 1, 2. We're going down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, did I do that right? -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that's going to be point T. I'm going to connect my points so I can see my rectangle. Okay. And then it says X and Y, we have our H here, we have our K here. So that means for X, we have moved it 5 in the positive direction. We're saying +5. So whatever X is here, we have to add 5 to every single one of those. So when we add -6 plus 5, so for our Q, we start off with -6, we added 5, that is going to equal -1. So Q prime is going to be at -1. Then it says for the Y, I have to add 7. And so for my Y, it started off at -1 plus 7, and that is going to give us 6. So Q prime, and I'm going to do that in another color. Q prime is at -1, and then I go up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is Q prime. That is where my Q moved to. For my R, does say move X 5 in the positive direction. So we start off with -3. I'm going to add 5 to that, and that's going to give me 2. So for my R prime, my X is 2. For my Y, we do have to add 7. So I'm going to start off with my normal Y, that's 1. Then I'm going to add 7. That's going to give me 8. So for R prime, it's going to be 2, 8. So I'm going to start off 0, 0, 1, 2, then I'm going to go 8 in the Y direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forgot my prime. So that is going to be R prime. For my S, remember X, you add 5. So I'm going to say 1 plus 5. That's going to equal 6. So R prime X is 6. And then we have to take our Y. Our Y, what was our Y? Negative 5. I'm going to add 7. That is going to give me 2. So S prime goes 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go up 2. That is S prime. And last we have T. T started off with a negative 2. I'm going to add 5. That is going to give me a positive 3. Then for my Y, that was a negative 7. I'm going to add 7. That's going to give me 0. So T is going to be at 3, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 0. That's T prime. So once I connect it, that is going to be my translation. So we moved, or we slid our original figure, moved that a couple spots, and that is going to be our new figure. Okay. So for number 2, I do want you guys to try that out by yourself. Remember, the rule here is the rule you should be following. So for every X, subtract 3, and for every Y coordinate, add 8. So for number 7, we have to write the rule. So we've been finding the rule. We've been given the rule, now we have to find it. So the way I would go around doing these is to compare my original figure with my prime figure. So for my original figure, I'm going to start with D. So D was at 1, 2, 3. My X was 3, and then we went up 3. And that's negative because we went in the negative direction. And my D prime, that is located at 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to find how we went from these coordinates to these coordinates. So there's a couple ways you could do these. I think the easiest way would just be to count them. So I'm going to count how many it moved in the X direction first. So we have to get from here to here. So we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my X, we moved it 7 in the positive direction. This is positive for my X, this is negative. So I'm going to say that was X plus 7. For my Y, we started off here. Let me do that in another color. For my Y, we started off here, and now we ended up over there. So I'm going to count how many I went from here to there. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went 4, and this is my positive direction. This is my negative direction for my Y. Therefore, in my Y coordinate, I went up 4. And so I would check that with the rest of my coordinates. For example, E, that was at 0. Was that 0, 2? And E prime. So if we're predicting what's going to happen, remember my X, I would add 7. So 0 plus 7, that'd be 7. And then 2 plus 4, that would be 6. So that's my prediction of if this rule is correct, that's where this would be. So let's count it. Or let's find it actually. So 1, it says 7 in the X direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'd go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. That is where E prime actually is. So just to make sure that we are having a good rule. I'm going to go ahead and check off f and f prime. So f, we started off at 0, 1, negative 1, negative 1, 2, 3. So negative 1, negative 3. And so if my prediction is correct, if 1 plus, or negative 1 plus 7, we would be at 6. And negative 3 plus 4, that would give us, negative 3 plus 4, that would be 1. So f prime should be at 6, 1. Start off here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go up 1. That is exactly where f prime is. So here I can be sure that that rule is correct. So my rule here would be, we have x and y coordinates. We transform those, and our rule was x plus 7, y plus 4. Okay. I want you guys to try number 8. Keep in mind, this is m. That's m prime. Okay. So another hint, if my y and my x, this is in the positive direction, that's in negative direction. And of course, we're going up, that's positive. If we're going down, that's negative. So keep that in mind and go ahead and write your rule. For number 9, it's kind of a composite. So we have 2 steps here. First is a reflection across the y-axis. So, the x-axis. So our x-axis is right here, and we have to reflect it. So I am going to take my spot. I'm going to say reflect that across the x. That's going to be my y. And so my y is now at 0, negative 2, negative 1. My x, we went down 2. That's my z. So now that was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And now my x, that would have been at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be my x. So that was negative 1, 2, 3. Oops. And we went down 7. So now using these new coordinates, I have to apply my rule. So we're done with the reflection. Now let's add these. So for my x, I would add 9. So negative 2 plus 9. That's going to be our, is that our x? No, that's our y. So that will be 7. And then negative 1, we have to add 2. That would be 1. For our x, let's do our x. So negative 3, we had to add 9, so that would be 6. Let's do this. And then we would have negative 7, we're adding 2, that would be a negative 5. And then for z prime, that would be negative 5, add 9, that would give us a positive 4. And then negative 2 plus 2, that would be at 0. So these are the points that I have to plot. So that's going to be negative 6, 5, or the positive 6, negative 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my x. For our y is negative 7, 1. That's my y. And then we would have, what's 4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 for my z prime. So I do want you guys to do number 10. Remember, when we are doing y equal x, that is going to be at a diagonal. Okay, so that is going to be the reflection point. So give it a shot and go get that checked, and then you can come back and, well, actually you can start on your homework probably. All right, let me know if you have any questions during Beat Lunch.